هو عاوز إيه؟
So that God will lead him the right way.
ففي آخر 3 أيام ربنا بعت له ملاك، ظهر له ملاك.
After 3 days, an angel appeared.
والملاك ده قاده للبرية الشرقية هنا.
So the angel showed him the way to the eastern desert, to this area here.
فبعد ما جه هنا لقى المغارة بتاعته اللي هي الجبل دي.
So this is what he found in the desert, was this cave that you see there.
ولقى عين الماء اللي احنا هنزورها دي.
And he also found the water source that we're going to see later.
ولقى نخلة.
And he found a palm tree.
وكان ربنا بيبعت له كل يوم نص خبزة مع ظهر.
And God used to send him every day with a crow half a loaf of bread.
قعد عاش 90 سنة.
He lived in this desert for 90 years, completely alone.
لم يرى وجه إنسان.
He did not see one human being during that time.
في نهاية 90 سنة.
After the 90 years,
أما ربنا سمرة كان بيفكر إنه هو أول من سكن البلد.
Then at that time, Saint Anthony, he was beginning to, live at the edge of the desert, put it this way. And he had a lot of followers, he had a lot of students. And they were wearing the same dress that the monk is wearing here. Then an angel appeared and told him, there is a monk, a solitary life, who's older or who is earlier than you are, and earth cannot take the footprints of two. So he asked God to lead him the way to this place, to meet this person who is before him. And he reached this cave, and he met Saint Paul. He stayed the whole day with him, and this is when the crow came with a whole loaf of bread, so that they can all eat, or the two of them. So it is Saint Anthony, when he sat with Saint Paul, that he learned about his life. What we know about him through Saint Anthony. And it is Saint Anthony who sent monks in order to make communities of monks in this area.
طلب من أنبا أنطونيوس إنه يجيب له الحاجة اللي هيكفنوا بيها. إيه بقى هي الحاجة اللي هيكفنوا بيها؟ اللي هو شرح حواليك الأول هيكفنوا. البابا أثناسيوس الرسول كان إدى ليه لأنبا أنطونيوس عبارة عن جلابية بس بيضة عليها صلبان متكرزة كهدية لأنبا أنطونيوس. فأنبا بولا عارف إن أنبا أنطونيوس عنده البيت البابا اداها له، فطلب منه يجيب له عشان خاطر يكفنوا بيه.
Alright, so St. Paul asked St. Anthony to bring the white robe that St. Athanasius had given him, which was embroidered with crosses, so that he would be, it would become his funerary shroud. He asked him to bring it to him. So he went back, so St. Anthony went back to get this dress and go back to St. Paul. And he brought it in order to wrap his body in it.
فلما رجع هنا كتير لما رجع لأنبا بولا هنا لقى أنبا بولا تميح يعني مات وهو في وضع الصمت يعني هو رافع ايده بالظبط.
He found, when he came back, he found that Saint Paul had died, but in the position of prayer. So he was dead, but he was in the position of prayer.
طبعا بكى عليه.
He cried over him.
وبعدين بدلة الكلامكير اللي هو كان جايبها دي اسمها
the liturgical garment. So he put on this liturgical garment that he brought with him. He put it on top of the. He dressed him with it.
الأنبا بولا كان لابس توب ليف عملوا لنفسه من ليف النهر. يعني طبعا اللبس كان جاي مش هيعيش معاه الفترة دي كلها.
Well, the only dress that St. Paul had was made from the leaves of the palm tree.
فهو كفنه بالطوب وخبطه بالليف ده هدية للبابا.
And he took then, when he dressed him in this robe, he took the dress of St. Paul made of the palm leaves, and he gave it to St. Athanasius as a present.
راح بعد كده بعت الهدية دي بابا أثناسيوس كان بيلبس التوب ده فوق لبسه في أيام الأعياد.
So St. Athanasius, since that time, used to wear this robe made of palm leaves over his dress on special religious feasts. But the people were not very happy because normally the patriarch, St. Athanasius was the patriarch, used to wear very, very fancy, very rich dress.
فقال لهم يعني حب يبين لهم قيمة التوب ده فكان في ميت فحط التوب ده عليه فربنا سمح إن الميت ده يقوم عشان خاطر يبين عظمة الأنبا بولا.
So they said that St. Athanasius took off the robe and put it over the body of someone who was being taken to his grave. That person was resurrected again by God to show the people the importance of the robe of St. Paul.
بعد طبعا أنبا بولس لما جيت من أنبا بولا كان كبير في السن ما يقدرش يخطب بالأرض فربنا بعت له أساليب حفر الأرض.
He said St. Anthony, when he came to visit St. Paul, he was no longer a young man. So when he was to bury St. Paul, he was too old. He couldn't do it by himself. So God sent the 2 lions to help dig the grave for St. Paul.
أما في ناس طلب من أنبا بولا كلمة منفعة أو كلمة نصيحة يقولها له من خلال خبرة حياته يعني وعشرته مع ربنا فقال له
Saint Anthony had asked St. Paul to give him a wisdom, something of wisdom that he can carry with him for the rest of his days on this earth.
فقال له قول لولادك هو طبعا خاطر الآباء الرهبان يعني ولاده فقال له لهم من يهرب من ضيقة
So he told him, tell your students, whoever runs away from problems, in other words, problems and hardship, whoever escapes hardship, then is escaping from God.
وهو طبعا قال له كده لأن يمكن هو يعني المشكلة اللي حصلت في بداية حياته عشان هو فهم إيه قصد ربنا منها يعني نفعته في حياته كلها في تغيير مسار حياته.
He said that this was based on his experience on the day when he found the funeral, and he learned the lesson that it's you don't take all this with you. So it's his experience that made him say this wisdom to Saint Anthony. So it was a lesson that anything that happens to a person, it happens from God. So that God is trying to send you a message. So it may be hardship, but it's sent by God, so one can accept it. Now he said he died in 343 AD. He said, do you have any questions regarding St. Paul?
How did St. Jerome learn of St. Paul?
St. Jerome اللي هو كتب القصة كلها بتاعت St. Paul، عرف القصة دي من
آباء